Hello pups, Wolf here, and it's been a while since we've been in Minecraft, but since I've merged both of my channels together, Wolfie Arts and Wolfie Arts Blank, I even have a new logo to show for it. Hope you guys like it. I am proud of that logo. I have decided to make an update to one of my videos that have done pretty well. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm sorry, I'm giggly. Well, in either case, that video was for Minecraft 1.4, no, Minecraft 1.15. And it is now currently, 1.20.4. Or I guess 1.20 if you don't want to add in the extra number. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a data pack as well as a looping data pack in that new version, because it turns out that a lot of things have changed. And so with no further ado, oh yeah, that thing. Let me just show you guys some things that I've been working on real quick. Okay, so I realized just kind of started this world because I just kind of wanted to play around. I've been watching some Minecraft YouTubers, and like, I noticed that like, mostly Mosane, no, not Mosane, Mumbo. I'm so sorry. He have his own testing world, and at first I was gonna, use this for my only redstone, but then I thought, now why not practice the other elements as well? Redstone, building, command blocks. This little mechanic hill is supposed to be like a magic system that I was working on. If I just go ahead and grab myself a bad spawn egg, boom, I just kind of set it right here, and pretty much does all of this. I should have started it right here, but yeah, this is pretty cool. This was not done with data packs, but considering that data packs is a thing once off, if I can figure out how to speak, data packs once off of commands. And considering that I'm pretty decent with commands, I'm confident in my ability. But enough showing the things that I have here. Hold on, I also want to show this off. Oh. Okay, well, should I start this? I mean, this looks cool. I mean, it's a bit weird, but then again, I can always just set this right here, and then now, is this like way too much armor stand? Yes, but in either case, okay, so now start one with making a data pack. I'm just gonna be just on this topic because yeah, just in case there's some people that's new to data packs, don't know why that was hard for me to say. First off, the idea. You don't need to have the idea first, you could just skip to the second part. But the idea is important because, at least, yeah. And so I'm gonna go with the idea that is simple enough to be able to do on your own, as well as being cool enough to hopefully keep you guys interested. On exploding arrow. Now, admittedly, making an exploding arrow is simple. All you need is a command block, as well as a bit of commands. Alright, so I spent a bit of time working on this thing to demonstrate it. Needless to say, I recommend making sure that everything is how it should be. There is no uppercase where there should be a lowercase, and no lowercase where there should be an uppercase. But in either case, I haven't tested this out, so hopefully this won't be the waste of footage. But once you activate this, boom, exploding arrow. It is simple enough to do this with command blocks, but the problem is with command blocks is that one, it takes up physical space in your world, as well as if I just like go like 3 billion miles away from that command block, hopefully I don't get lost. That should be far enough. Nope. You know what? I think it might still work. Because I have that area as set as my spawn place. Because if I just simply boom, it takes me back to here. So perhaps that was not a good way to show it. But the point I was trying to get to is that if the command blocks is out of like a loaded chunk, no. If the command block is in a chunk that is not loaded, then therefore it will not work. Which is the other problem that the datapack fixes. So now enough of all of that, let's get down to business to defeat the Hans. Alright, so when we're getting started, you either want to make a new world, pretty much the world that you're gonna be making a datapack in, or you can open up a world that already exists that you just simply want to work in just because, I don't know why. There's 2 ways that I know of to get to the thing, but I'm not gonna get on that right now. Don't know why I started on it. I'm sorry. The point is we're just gonna open up a new world. So, gonna go to create world, and I'm gonna call this one function world because we're working on our function. Just gonna set it in creative because it is important that you also have seats on. Don't know why I said because you could like go into 5 ones that have seats on. I'm not good at speaking. But in either case, now he's gonna start open the world. What language do I speak in? I also recommend to remember what you name your world. If you're gonna open up your Minecraft folder in one way. I'll show you 2 ways to do that. But with no further ado, let's get started. My style of video is reckless abandon. I used to try to have my video be all nice and neat. Oh shoot, lag. I used to have my video be all nice and neat, but now I just like, I kinda think it's funny my lack of professionality, or like, I don't know. The point is here we are. So like I've mentioned before, there's 2 ways to get to your saves file, so you can get to the datapack file. So I'm just gonna open up my logo. I'm not gonna open up my logo, but like, I'm happy with this. So you kinda just want to open up your search bar, and then type in 1, and then type %app data %, and then that will bring you to this area, and now you just want to click on .minecraft. And so now if you scroll down a bit, you will see your saves, as well as different stuff like resource packs, screenshots, mods if you use mods. But saves is what we're more interested in. And so now we're just gonna open that up and then go to our world and then data packs. The other way of getting to your .minecraft file, if you don't remember your name, because that one does require you to remember your name, is you can just simply click on the single player, click on the world that you want to add the data packs to, and then go to edit, then open world folder, and then it takes you to the exact same place. So while we're here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna right click in our data packs inside of our world folder, click new, and now you can name this whatever you like. I'm just gonna be super clear with it and call it test function. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I would say, just for safety, have like a underline slash thingy to space your words, and then go in here, and then I'm just gonna copy this thing, because now we're gonna be opening up our code editor. I'm using VS Code mostly because it allows me to have plugins. I like having plugins. You just want to go up to files and then open folder, and then you just want to paste in your location that you got from, the other thing. And I think I recommend going one line out, clicking that just so you can select the folder, and there you go. The plugins that I was speaking of before, I have 28 of it. I don't think I'm gonna go over all of it, sorry, but the ones that I do recommend is Better Datapack, Datapack Helper Plus, Datapack Essentials, Datapack Icons, Linguist MC Function, as well as some other Minecraft Datapacks Essentials and other stuff. And then I'm gonna add in my first line of code. Gonna go up here to add a document, and then just type in pack.mcmeta, and I will also add in some extra VS Code. Don't worry about that, just focus on this. I got the icon plugin, so yeah. And so then you just want to do squirrely brackets, and then back, as well as the number of your thing. I'm gonna go with 10. My bad, I was completely wrong. You want to do back as well as back format. And now you can type in send. Now, the plugin is also allowing me to auto fill in some of this stuff. That is good, but I will also have any codes like this down in the description. And now I'm just gonna do this, unless that might be wrong. Yep. So now in front of the send, you just want to add like a bottom slash down like that, and then some more goalie brackets, and then a description of your data pack. So now we want to click out of the pack.mcmeta data thing, and then we just want to add a folder called data. And now inside of data, we will want to now inside of data we will want to add in another namespace. Pretty much when I say namespace, you can just name it whatever you like. And so I'm gonna just again go with the super creative name with just function. And then inside of this, I'm just you have to call this functions. Because that's just how it works. Programming is complicated. And then we can add in a new document. I'm gonna call this sest.mc function. And now, if I press E, I don't know why this press E says you tested. If you get like pop-ups like these with like Minecraft commands, then at the very least you did the MC function correctly. But the best way to do it is to simply say hello world. And so now, with all of this, let's see if it works. Okay, so usually when you go in, I'm just gonna do this. At this moment I don't really have to because it will automatically reload every time you leave and re-enter the game. But due to the fact that I don't want to do that every time I change the code, the good command to use is reload. And that would pretty much, reload the data pack. And now to see if it works, I'm gonna type in function, and there it is. Says function, and it says hello world. Now the thing that I think is interesting is that if I activate the function, it will say, Wolfie Arts said hello world. But I'm now gonna go and make the function loop. And the way to do that is to go back into our data folder and add a new folder, which is called Minecraft. You have to name this Minecraft. I can't change the rules, I'm sorry guys. But then inside of Minecraft, you want to add in tags, and then inside of tags, you want to add functions. And then inside of functions, you would then want to add an document, forgot the name. You can add two documents. One will be called sig.json, and the other one would be called load.json. I had to remember the names. But we're just going over to sig.json. If we should do goalie brackets, the gammas, I believe that's what they call, quotation points. In either case, you just want to add the two dots and then values, and then if I can remember the name, more dots, and then square brackets. Like I said, I have a plugin that allows me to just autofill this in. But like I said, any code that I've used in this that is not Minecraft commands will be down in the description. More curly brackets, and then if I remember correctly, okay, I had to follow back my own train of thought. But essentially, you want to have the name of your file, which the name of my file is, pretty much your function for the namespace. This is gonna be a namespace, and then you want to add in a double dots, and then the function itself, which is this thing. And so now, once you got this situated, once you save this, when you go back into the game, considering that this is sick.function, wait, uphill. I read function, I'm sorry guys. Sick.json, it will be replaying this on every tick. And so now, if I go ahead and reload, it will be spamming every tick. And if you guys notice, instead of saying Wolfie this time, it is saying Soulful. I don't know the complicatedness of all of that, but I do find that interesting. Pretty much stating that the entire world is playing the function instead of just being you, which I think that's pretty cool. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, oh dang it, add a thing to this, pretty much making this unusable, and then I'm just gonna copy this and then bring it over here to load.json, because what that means is that it will work on every load. Now just to show what that looks like in practice, now instead of going every second, it will be going every time you load up the game. Now, I do think that is pretty interesting, and at first I didn't saw a use for that, but then I thought of something. That would be like there's some mods out there that when you load up the game, it says in SAD, hey, something 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 something. It pretty much has like a dialogue. No, not dialogue. Pretty much a message of like what the mod does and thank you for getting it and different stuff like that. As well as it even wants its own command. No, not command. Its own code to make sure that it gives you the item that it added to the game from the start. So I do kind of see this being useful for that. Like, you first enter into the game. First I need to exit the game in order to show this off. So you enter into the game. Well, that felt like a whole lot of nothing. I'm sorry. I guess if you enter into a game and like you wanted to activate the datapack, then I guess it would be nice when you reload. It like says a few things. Oh, right. It's been a while since I've made any sort of Minecraft content. I'm sorry, guys. But the point I was saying is that, like, if you enter into the world and if you wanted to add datapack, I guess it would be nice if you like reload and then it like gave you free items, a message saying, "Hello, thank you for getting my data pack." I spent way too long on this concept. Now, considering that I won't have a message for "Hello, thank you for getting my data back," because you guys will be getting this data back. Mostly because you guys are making this data back. I guess you guys can add a message saying, "Hey, thank you for like I don't know what to say. Hello world." Let's say hello world for the entire side. But considering that we don't really have a message, I'm just gonna simply delete this. And then allowing this to stay active. So now, taking us back to this, we can now get to the actual point of making this data pack, the exploding arrows. So now I'm just gonna simply type in the same command that I've did before. Execute as entity that is a type of arrow that also has an NBT tag of being inGround 1B. Oh, NBT tag equal. Alright, that was my bad. Add self 1 summon CNC. So now this command will pretty much execute as an arrow that is inGround, hint by this. At itself, meaning that it will be the command at itself, and the command will be to summon CNC. And then this will be constantly looping through the sixth command that is constantly gonna be playing this specific function. And so now with everything being nice and saved, we're now gonna reload up the world and see how it goes. Alright, reload. And now if we just simply grab a bow, we can now see that it does indeed work. But you guys might have noticed a bit of a problem. Well, as you saw, guys, I've made this mistake intentionally because I wanted to also showcase a bit of commands, which is the entire point of this video. Essentially, this is doing what it's doing, as you guys saw, but the explosion is not killing the no, not armor stand, the arrow itself. That's a very strong arrow. But what we're gonna be doing next is going down one line and essentially copying all of this stuff and just type in despawn self. That does says despawn, but like I don't know. But in either case, with both these commands and accent, if we go back to Minecraft and then reload, now you can see that the explosion has stopped. So now if you guys have followed along with the tutorial, your shoe also has an exploding arrow. I am pretty happy with this. I'm just gonna save down this mountain. Do I have to do all of this? No, but my goodness if that wasn't satisfying. Now, having these explosions seems nice, but what if I want a bigger explosion? Well, it seems relatively simple. All we need to do is to copy this and then add in these brackets, one level this way. I'm just gonna make a good bit of it. One level this way, opposite of that way, one level this way, and then opposite of that way. And why not? One level up and one level opposite of up. Now we can just go rid of the rest of those. And now if we save this and head back into Minecraft, just remember any changes you make to always hit the reload command every time you enter back into Minecraft, just in case. But now, if we, to the arrow, it makes an even bigger explosion, which I'm personally happy with. A simple problem though. If you want to have your explosions get bigger and bigger, you won't want to go back and change the copy and paste it over and over again. I mean, look at this. Look at all this. You guys gonna tell me that if you were to have to go back and say if you wanted to make a nuke size explosion in Minecraft, you're gonna tell me that you'd be willing to make let's say 1,000 of these? So just real quick to see how it works. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Vaporize in an instant. Oh my goodness. That was an accident. Alright, so I might have let the barrel gone to my head a small bit. Sorry. But, for whatever reason, you are unable to change the explosive weight of, no, not weight, radius of CNC. But there's one creature that I'm looking at, I'm looking at you, that you can change the explosion radius of. What? The most powerful thing I ever made in Minecraft. I have to aim at your feet in order to use it. It's like instant vaporization. But yes, as I mentioned before, creepers you can actually change the blast radius of. Why? I don't know. Are they gonna add in something so you can change the blast radius of CNC? Hopefully. But until then, we're gonna be using a creeper. But the problem is if you just simply type in summon and inside creeper, explode. It does not explode. That is because we have to do a bit of gold sorcery on the creeper. But pretty much the thing that has been allowing me to see if the arrow has hit the ground, that is the same thing that I'm gonna be using to allow me to make this creeper explode on instantly. The second it spawned in, it's gone. Boom. Bluo. I don't know. But what good should I say? Well, it is simple. If we use the data get command, nope. Data get entity, nope. I don't know why. I just keep mistyping. Entity type creeper. And for whatever reason, they want you to have a limit of 1, which I guess I understand. So, despite all of my complicated, typing stuff, it will pretty much give you all of these different stuff. So there's specifically 2 things that we'll be looking for. Fuse and explosion radius. And the way how we implement this is by simply typing in, summon. I know how to do this, guys, trust me. Okay, so backslash, guys, the bit I forgot that. Summon creeper. The location of where you want it to, and then NBT. And now I'm using uphill for reference. I'm gonna have this have an NBT of fuse, double dots, and I'm just gonna set it for -1. That means it explodes instantly. And then if I type in explosion radius, it will now give you the ability to change the explosion radius. Obviously. I just kinda kept it at 3. But if we just go over, I'm gonna set it to 20. You can see how much bigger it got. And so I'm just gonna simply copy this, erase all of this, and then make sure I remove the backslash because for whatever reason functions doesn't like that. And so now, if we just reload again, I'm just gonna clear my set. Now it can make an extremely big explosion. If you guys want a bit of a range of what numbers you can add in, this is 0. No explosion at all. Does it at least, kill the mobs? No. It does absolutely nothing. This is sin. Sorry, gal, but you're gonna die. We already saw 20, and I'm way too patient to go up by 10. So now, this is 50. Once I reload properly. Oh my goodness. It's just... Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why, but when it does, do that, it's for whatever reason, it just spread all the way out. Not so why. And also it seems to instantly vaporize anything that's just standing near it. Well, in either case, now this is 100. Let's see how it looks. It is interesting how it makes like a weird Bannon design, like shape as a squirrel. In either case, leave a like if you like today's video, as well as subscribe if you guys haven't, if you guys want to see more of what I've done or like to see more of what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to be posting this kind of stuff on this channel again. But with no further ado, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Stay safe, and Wolfie out.